What's good, everybody? Welcome to the Charging Station podcast. It's your girl, Tracey Massey of Living My Empowered Life. Hey, how you doing? I know it's been a minute. It's been a while, y'all, and it's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you without a dope beat to step to. Y'all, welcome to season 7. Can you believe it? It has been 7 years since the start of the Charging Station podcast. And I know you're wondering, where the heck have I been? It's like I just dropped off the face of the earth, right? Well, kind of yeah and kind of no. Life has been lifing, but God has been Godding, and some great things have been happening in my life, for me, to me, all of that good stuff. So we're just going to call this episode the first episode of season 7. 7 is actually the number of completion. We're going to call this episode the T on T Part 3 because I need to give y'all a life update. I need to let you know, my friend, what in the world has been going on in T Massey's life. So grab your coffee, grab your tea, grab your water, grab your wine, whatever your beverage of choice is, just grab that thing and have a seat on the couchy couch because this is about to get good. First of all, thank you for rocking with me as always in all of my shenanigans. I can promise you that season 7 of the Charging Station will be no different. Same vibe, same shenanigans, same me with a little twist. I think this season we're going to incorporate some new things. I tried to do the video thing, y'all. I'm still going to try it, but that's a lot of work. So you may see video, you may not. I do want to bring on some of my good sisters and bros, some of my friends, some of my colleagues in for some chats on the couchy couch. But I'm pretty sure you're not here for all that. But I got to ask you for a favor. I need you to go ahead and follow me on all of the socials. I'm on Facebook at Living My Empowered Life, Instagram at Living My Empowered Life. I ain't doing Twitter or X, whatever it is anymore. I'm on TikTok as True Diva, TRODIVA. And there's our shenanigans on TikTok, okay? And you can find me at livingmyempoweredlife.com. Make sure you head over to the link in my bio on Instagram or over to livingmyempoweredlife.com and get on my mailing list, because y'all know social media be acting up sometimes and they can shut down these websites whenever they feel like it, and the algorithm don't have rhythm sometimes, so a lot of people don't get to see my content, but you will get that email on that email list, and a lot of times it's some good stuff that comes into the email box. I will promise you that I will not send you fluff. I will not send you spam. It's just going to be something that's from my heart. I love to give people something for the head, the heart, and their spirit. So make sure you join us on the mailing list. So, all right, let's get into it. First of all, the main reason why I have not been podcasting, I had not been doing any coaching, I haven't been posting, I haven't been emailing my list. It wasn't because I was lazy. No. It was because, one, the time when everything stopped, it was my birthday month was coming up. It was the anniversary of my daughter's passing, and it was Mother's Day coming. And I tend to take a break during that time so I can just enjoy my life and process my grief or do what, all that stuff. So it's usually like a three-month break. Clearly, this 3-month break was longer, and here's one of the reasons why. If you don't know, and this is your first time joining, I love me some you. Welcome, because you can be listening to anything, anywhere, but you chose to give me your time, so I appreciate you. I hope you stay. I hope you subscribe. Is it called subscribing now? No, it's not. I hope you follow, do all that good stuff. Stay connected, okay? But the main reason why I stopped operations because I had to. Basically, I had to. So I have a full-time job. I have a whole 9 to 5. And on my 9 to 5, I got a promotion. And in my new position, it required me to get clearance to run my business. It required me to get permission, basically, to continue operating, living my empowered life and the charging station and the brand deals that I had going on, like all of the stuff that I had going on, all of that had to cease until I got clearance for my 9 to 5. Because guess what? The 9 to 5 carries the good insurance, the good health insurance, and it pays the bills, okay? So I want to keep my job. I honestly don't have a desire to be a full-time entrepreneur, and I'll talk more about that later on because that's one of the revelations that I got during this break. But until I could get clearance, I could not run my business as usual. So that caused a sabbatical. And on my new job, in training, it was some serious training. I'm actually still learning a lot of things, even though I've been in this position for 6, 7 months, 8 months maybe. I'm still learning a lot. But the time off did me some good. It gave me time to reflect. It gave me time to recharge. It gave me time to evaluate if this is really what I wanted to do. I contemplated not coaching anymore. I contemplated if I wanted to be a full-time entrepreneur, and I made the decision that I actually don't want to be. I love what I do in my 9 to 5. And the way this economy is set up too, I like having the stability of knowing that my paycheck is going to hit my account, And I'm not knocking anybody who is in full-time entrepreneurship. Actually, I take my hat off to you. If you're considering it, please don't let my decision sway you in either direction. Let that decision be something from your head and your heart, and most of all, your bank account. But I decided full-time entrepreneurship was not for me, and I knew that in this new position, it takes up a lot of time, brain power as well. And working a full-time job, having a life, being in classes, having a love life, we'll talk more about that later. I had to decide how to divvy up my time because we have 24 hours in a day. 8 of those hours I like to sleep. 2 to 3 hours a day I like to be in the gym. Well, that's a stretch. 1 to 2 hours a day I like to be in the gym. And I also want to be able to spend time with my loved ones, my friends, my family, my peeps. I want to be able to socialize and have a good old time. So I had to decide what I wanted to do with living my empowered life and with the charging station. Flat out, I already knew that the charging station wasn't going anywhere because actually the podcast is like an outlet for me. I get to sit down and talk with my peeps every week, have good conversations. I enjoy it. What started out as a hobby has actually become a passion of mine, and I really enjoy podcasting. I enjoy networking and building relationships with other podcasters, especially those in my city. And I knew that the charging station was not going anywhere. So that was the first thing that was going to come back. But that coaching, I wasn't quite sure about coaching. I wasn't sure if my heart was in it anymore. I knew that my heart's desire was to help as many people as I possibly could. But the thing is, I'm one person, and there are a lot of people in this world who struggle and battle with grief daily. They don't understand it. They don't realize that you can actually thrive through it. And sometimes people are, resistant to getting the help that they need. They may not see that they need the help. And then here I come with my bubbly self talking about, yeah, you can do it. Sis boom ba rah rah. And to be honest, it was a pull on my heartstrings. It was a pull on my spirit. It was just like kind of draining me for a little bit. So I had to sit back and say, do I really want to do this full time? And the answer was no. Then I had to think, well, do I even want to do this part time? How much time do I want to dedicate to grief? And I'm still on the fence about it, but with some persuasion from some dear friends of mine who clearly see the gift that God has placed within me. They're like, girl, people need you, especially this time of year. At the time of the recording of this podcast, we're 2 weeks away from Christmas. And the holiday season is really hard for people. And I just want to help people. So I had to go and reevaluate, what does this look like? So most likely I will not be doing one-on-one coaching, because I dedicate a lot of time and effort and resources and brain power and energy to one person. Like, if you get into a session with me, it is intense in a good way, because I am going to bring out all of the gunk so we can get to the root of the problem and help you soar past your grief. Doing that for one person in 1 hour sessions, I reached capacity. So I talked about doing group coaching. I talked about releasing a class and a program, and all of those things are still in the air. I'm just trying to decide when is the best time to put those things out there. Also, I've decided to pivot my content a little bit, because you guys tend to enjoy the shenanigans of my life. Like, you guys let me know that you find my life interesting. I think my life is boring, but I live it every day. But you guys are interested in, why am I saying interested like that? Interested, child. But you guys take notice of my life, and I see on the back end what you enjoy. Like, you enjoy my stories on Instagram. You enjoy me just sharing parts of my life, like how I do things, how I'm in the gym, how I'm doing Fit, Fine, and Fabulous by 50. I'll share more of that in a little bit. So I guess I'm moving into content creator / influencer arena, which is a new area for me. But I am excited about this journey, and I'm excited about sharing different aspects of my life. I will be going back to doing lives for Tea Time Tuesday. I wasn't able to do Tea Time Tuesday because I was in class. So I had a class that was held every other Tuesday, and it was just like, you know what, all the information I'm trying to learn from this class, this course, and from work, I just did not have the capacity to be researching stuff and coming and asking questions. But I got on live yesterday, just impromptu, as I was working, and we had a really great conversation. So I do miss it, and I will get back to going live. It's just going to look a little bit different, and I hope and pray that people will come along for the ride. So that's the gist of it, of why I was not around. And to be honest, having this break, y'all, it was just what I needed. I needed that respite. I needed that time away so I can sort some things out. Even in the midst of all of that, child, I moved. Yeah, I moved into a new place. I'm loving it. I'm still getting settled, still unpacking. Y'all know how it is when you move and then you find stuff that you forgot that you had, and you just kind of start decluttering. At least I do. So it's taking me a little longer to get settled, but I'm in there. So let me tell y'all about the shenanigans that have been going on with little old me during this time. Sorry if you hear some noise out there. There are some people walking past the studio room, and despite the sign that says on air, they're really loud. Yeah, I'm talking to y'all. I'm talking about you. Now they're looking in the room. Hi. Yes, I can hear you. Yes. Thank you. See, that's where video would have came in handy there, because they see me recording, but then they're talking, and then they're like, can you hear us? Absolutely, I can hear you. Anyway, what was I saying? I just lost my train of thought. Blooper. So some things have happened in 2023. Let's see, where should I start? So in March, I celebrated my birthday. I had a grand old time. I got to take some time away, get some time near the water. I went to the beach and just enjoyed myself. I took time out to journal and just relax and cry a little bit and celebrate my life. Actually, I celebrate the entire month of March, so we're rolling back on that again. But that time away was good. This was the first year where I absolutely did not struggle with grief. Not 1 ounce. Y'all, the anniversary of my daughter's passing and her birthday and Mother's Day, all of that came around and I did not shed one tear. Not one. This is the first time in 17 years where I have not cried on Mother's Day. And I thank God for that. And I attribute that to an answered prayer and to the work that I have been doing on myself. Because y'all, I don't just teach about grief. I practice what I preach, okay? And I am living proof that you do the work, you work the tools will work for you, and you can thrive through grief. And in April, I got the promotion. I'm on a new team. I'm still with the same company. Don't ask me what company I work for. I ain't telling you. But I'm on a new team with the same company. I've actually been with this company for 3 years, and I've already gotten promoted. I'm like, God, I thank you. Oh, God, I thank you. Because I remember being in the old field where I worked. I worked in a company for 16 years. Never got promoted. Barely was making $20 an hour. I think it took 16 years for me to make $20 an hour. And God is faithful. So I'm thankful for the transition. An amazing manager, an amazing director. You know, I'm truly, truly, truly blessed in that area. May, June, July, we did some traveling. Y'all, I have been ripping and running since March of 2023. Doing something, going somewhere. It's been amazing, but when I tell you sis is tired, I wish I had a way to take the month of December off and just sit down. And I had people laugh, and I said, you know what? I'm not doing anything the rest of the year. I said this in September. No. Sorry. I said this in October. And everybody looked at me as if I had two heads because I guess they figured that I was playing myself because I haven't sat down yet. But I said I was going to sit down until March of 2024. Yeah, that hasn't happened. So we still got things going on. So let's see, May, June, July, August, September, and October were travel months. But the culmination for me, the best month, aside from March, the best month for me was October. Because you know why? I got to go see my baby daddy, Usher Raymond IV, at his Las Vegas residency. When I tell you that show was amazing. If you did not get the chance to go see Usher at his residency, you missed a show. This man, first of all, he's still fine. Usher's still fine. If you don't know, Usher is one of my favorite artists. I love he. If you did not get to see him in his residency, you got another chance coming up because he is going to headline the Super Bowl, which I am super excited about that. I'm still trying to figure out how can I go volunteer for the Super Bowl or if they even just sell tickets for the halftime show. I don't want to go to the game. I could care less about the big game. I want to see Usher perform at the Super Bowl live. So if somebody out there listening got the hookup to let me come in to the venue, the stadium, just for the halftime show and get out after the halftime show, let me know. Hit me up. I will be out there in Vegas, okay? But he will headline the Super Bowl, and then his album will drop right after his performance, and then the tour dates will be released. When I tell you I am excited about this tour, and I'm trying to decide based off of whatever locations he's going to go to. I think it's a world tour. One of my goals on my live and life lit list, I don't have a bucket list because bucket lists make me think about things I want to do before I die. I'm not thinking about dying. I want to live a lit life, okay? So one of my goals on my live life lit list is to see one of my favorite artists perform in concert overseas. I missed it with Beyonce because I didn't even think about it. Beyonce actually made me think about it. But that daggone Usher Terry Raymond IV, whatever location he's going to be overseas. And if it's some place that's on my travel list and I want to go, guess who's going? I'm going to make it my mission. I'm going to make it my mission to see him live and in Technicolor on foreign soil. If he's not at a location that I desire to visit, you best believe I'm going to see him in Atlanta, because I know Usher Terry Raymond IV, my baby daddy, is not going to have a tour and not stop in Atlanta. That is just immoral, okay? So I plan on seeing him either overseas or Atlanta, and if God willing, it'll be both. Yeah, I love him that much. So the Vegas show, Lord, first of all, who goes to Vegas for 48 hours? Me. I got into Vegas on Wednesday afternoon, and I was fighting for my life because the jet lag started to sink in. You know, I live on the East Coast. Vegas is West Coast. Vegas is 3 hours behind East Coast. So when it was 9 o'clock here in Charlotte, it was 6 p.m. in Vegas. I could not go to sleep because I would have been up all night. So I was literally fighting for my life. I was doing everything, y'all. I was doing room tours. I was going live. I was messing with, I wasn't working because I left my laptop, but I was walking around the resort where I was staying. I went to the gym and worked out, got back upstairs, was calling everybody. Everybody was asleep. I was perusing TikTok, like everything I could do to try to stay up at least until 9 o'clock. So 9 o'clock comes, I take a shower, eat a little something, chill out, and then I finally get sleepy. Thought I was going to sleep through the night, and which I did until about 3 a.m. 3 a.m. rolls around, my eyes pop open like a Pop-Tart because it's 6 a.m. on the East Coast. And I'm thinking I'm late for work. So from 3 a.m. until about 8, I was awake and I was so tired. So I laid back down, kind of fell asleep for about 30 minutes, and I had to get back up because I knew my best friend was coming, so she had to get into the room. So I decided to go down to the gym. I went to the gym, worked out, and then got some coffee. They had a Starbucks in the resort, thank God, at the hotel, thank God. So I got some Starbucks and a little breakfast. And by the time I got back upstairs and had eaten my breakfast and taken a shower, I put back on my pajamas, which I don't know why. At that point, I was delirious. Best friend's knocking on the door. She hyped. She ready to go. So we made plans to go zip line across Fremont, Old Vegas, downtown Vegas. If you have never done that, if you've never done the zip line in Vegas, do it. It was so much fun. I wanted to do it again, but you had to pay for it. But I would definitely go back to Vegas and do that again. So we did that. We walked around downtown for a little bit. Again, just trying to stay awake, trying to kill some time before the main event. And I think we were so hyped that we just couldn't sit still. So time comes where we're getting ready to go to the show. I'm like super excited because I'm like, yes, I'm getting ready to see my baby daddy, Usher Raymond IV. And when I tell you I was cute, I was fine. I was fine, okay? There are pictures of me on Instagram. Go check it out. The dress, the shoes, the whole look just came together. But I can tell you right now, those shoes made it through the casino, and that's it. They didn't even make it to the show. I had rescue shoes in my bag because I am out the game when it comes to wearing heels. I'm going to get back there. But at that moment, baby, them shoes had to come off. They served the purpose of being photographed and videoed. After that, I had to walk like I had some sense. So we go to dinner. Then we go over to the Dolby Theater where Usher was performing. And the energy was electric. We get there, there's a DJ playing, a whole set. It was like a whole party. Then the man of the hour comes out. And it was 2 to 3 hours of just Usher being Usher. He performed as if he was like 15, 16 years old. Usher, the show that we went to, his birthday was that Saturday, so we were celebrating his birthday. Usher turned 45. Yeah, because I'm 2 years older than him. Holla at me, Usher. I know you like older women. But he performed like he was fresh on a record deal, and it was an amazing show. I don't know who designed the lighting for the show, but they did an amazing job. It was just, there was one part of his set where you kind of get emotional because it was just so powerful. And it was just great. It was just great. I can't wait for the tour. Just amazing memories. And I'm glad that I got to do that with my girls. We just had a really, really great time. But we played ourselves, y'all. You know why? Because all of us had early flights back home. So all of us were heading to the airport at 3 o'clock in the morning. We were there before the dang airport workers were there. We were there before TSA arrived. So we were tired. My flight was at 6. I think everybody's flight was at like 6, 6:15, 6:30, places around in there. I have never been on a flight that was so quiet, y'all. That 6 a.m. flight, I don't even remember taking off. I remember the plane pushing away from the gate. And I remember hearing the pilot said, "Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be landing about 30 minutes early. Flight attendants, prepare for landing." That's when I woke up. So I slept the entire flight. I missed all the snacks. I missed breakfast, like all of it. When I got home, and I'm going to tell you how crazy I am. I was in Vegas. The show was Wednesday. So I flew out Tuesday. Show was Wednesday. Flew back home Thursday. Had Friday to rest. And Saturday I moved. So the movers showed up at 9 o'clock that morning. When I tell you I was exhausted, I was tired. Not tired, tired. I had sense enough to take Monday off, so I just kind of slept during that time. But I would do it all over again. So that's October. September, I did my annual girls trip, which is always a good time with my girls, some of my girls. I went backwards. So September was the girls trip. October was Usher and moving. November, of course, was Thanksgiving. So things have slowed down a little bit, but not completely stopped. So that was my 2023, y'all. So let me tell y'all about Fit, Fine, and Fabulous by 50. So I was having a conversation with one of my best friends, and we were just talking about, we're getting older. We're pushing 50. Our conversations, I don't know about y'all and your friends, but as you get older, your conversations change. Like your conversations change with different stages of your life. So I remember there was a time we were talking about our kids doing things. There was a time we were talking about relationships. We still talk about relationships, but I'm the only single one in the group. No, I'm not. I'm the only one that's not in a committed relationship. My other girls, they date here and there. I'm just like, I'm out here. So our conversations go with different stages of our lives. And so our conversations have shifted to different things that our bodies are doing. Stuff that people don't tell you when you hit 40. And so we're in that stage where we're going through menopause, things like that. And we were talking about getting in better shape and our overall physical health. And so I say, you know what? I really need to drop 100 pounds. I may not look like I weigh that much. I'm, heavy. But I can drop 100 pounds and be fit, fine, and fabulous. And I said, I want to do this by my 50th birthday. So by my 50th birthday, if you follow me on social media, you've heard me say this. By my 50th birthday, I want to celebrate my 50th birthday on an island in a villa with my closest friends. And I'm going to be cheeks out. Meaning, I am going to be wearing a thong at some point in time on this trip. Okay? My best friend had told me that I can't wear the thong. I can't be cheeks out the entire trip. And I was like, you're going to give me one day. I'm going to be cheeks out one day. But in order to be cheeks out, I got to be fit. Like stuff has to be percolating. It has to be firm. So I put myself on this weight loss journey. And what I've done, I found out that my insurance, see, that's why I don't want to be a full-time entrepreneur, because when I tell you I got some good insurance, okay? Shout out to my job, hello. But I found out that my insurance would pay for me to go to this, I don't want to say weight loss place, because it's dealing with the overall health of the person. So I got a dietitian, I have a nurse practitioner and physician who follow my journey. I got a trainer, and I got myself a gym membership. So every day I am in the gym doing some kind of workout. And I'm also doing the 75 soft challenge with a friend of mine. We're actually at the time of this podcast, we're on the second round of it. And one of the requirements in the 75 soft challenge is that you work out at least 30 to 45 minutes per day. And if you don't complete each task that you've set, each goal that you set on the 75 soft challenge, if you skip a day, you got to start all over. I'm competitive. I don't like starting all over. So I've been consistently doing this thing. And the reason why I said I want to drop this 100 pounds by the time I'm 50, because I wanted to give myself time for it to come off naturally. I didn't want it to come off fast where I would lose so much weight that my skin sags. I look like a bobblehead, I just didn't want to look sick. So I wanted to give myself time to do it in a healthy way. So at the time of the recording of this podcast, that's like giving me when I started this, it was giving me 2.5 years. Right now I'm like 2 years and 3 months. So it will get to a point where I don't think it's going to take me 2 years to let me stop saying lose, because I'm not trying to find it again, to drop this 100 pounds. So there will be a point where I will be just maintaining it. But I know once I reach that goal, prepare to be sick of me, because I've already been told people, once I see jawline and a collarbone, it's a wrap, okay? So I'm doing this, and it's been working very well. So far, the results I've had have been I've dropped 20 pounds. As of Sunday, at the time of the recording of this podcast, I've dropped an additional 10 pounds. So it's been a total of 30 pounds. And I have had, I went from a size 24 in clothes down to an 18. And I knew that I needed to get some new jeans when I posted a picture of myself in some jeans. And one of my friends, I said, I think it's time for me to go shopping because my clothes aren't fitting well. And one of my friends DM'd me. See, this is why my friends, I love them, but they get on my dang nerves. One of my friends DM'd me and said, yeah, because your crotch should not be at your knees. I hollered. I said, heifer, I can't stand you. But she was right. So I went and got myself some new jeans. And when I tried them on, it was like, okay, yeah, these are too big. Yeah, this is too big. Let me see what this 18 gonna do. I shouted in the dressing room because that 18 meant so much to me. And seeing my body transform, even my endurance transforming, I can go up a flight of stairs now and not be winded. It just feels amazing. And this is the most clear mentally I think I've ever been. I'm so happy. My skin is looking good, child, because I drink a gallon of water a day. I try to walk at least 10,000 steps per day. So I'm moving my body every single day. I mean, I do a hard workout because your body has to recover. So usually on Sundays, I'm doing a deep stretch or Pilates because I'm still getting a workout in, but I'm giving my body time to recover. And I have a gym crush too. So having a gym crush is just the icing on the cake because I walk in the gym and that man is fine. I'll never approach him. I'll never say anything to him. I don't know what he sounds like. I haven't heard him talk, none of that. But he has provided the eye candy that I need to get my workout done. Also, I started swim lessons. So you know that live life lit list that I have? One of them was to learn how to swim. And so I started swim lessons, and I am loving it. I'm going to sign up again because it's not that I haven't learned any skills, because I can swim underwater, I can float, I can breaststroke, I can backstroke, do all that. But I want to be super confident in the water, because when I get to the villa, I'm going to jump in the ocean and I want to be able to swim, and I want to be able to confidently do it. So the swim lessons, I count that as a workout because it's an hour-long class, and baby, we be doing laps, okay? So mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, I just feel really, really good. And I thank God for this moment in time, because the level of peace that I feel as well is just top notch. Like, I wish people could feel what I feel right now. Like, I wish people could get to the space that I'm at right now. What else, y'all? It sounds like I'm bragging, but I'm really not. I'm hoping that what I say will encourage you and inspire you to live life lit. We only get one. We only get one life. Why not live it to the fullest? And I know that everyone may not have the means to do everything that I do, but find something that works for you. Don't let money or time or things, don't let anything deter you or discourage you or keep you from doing something that brings you joy. Learning how to swim brings me joy. Going on a walk every day brings me joy. Find those little things. Going on a walk every day costs nothing. It costs me 30, 45 minutes to complete that walk. And actually, I'm gaining something, because I'm gaining strength in my legs. I'm getting my heart healthy. Things like that. Do something that brings you joy. Y'all know I preach about that. Implement your joy itinerary. If you don't know what a joy itinerary is, hit me up. I will explain it to you, and I will teach you how to do it. But I just decided that life is worth living. And as crazy as this world is, as maddening as things are happening in this world, as sad as the events of the world are at this time, I have control of what happens in my world. I have the ability to determine what kind of atmosphere I'm going to surround myself with every day. And I choose joy. I choose joy. I choose peace. I choose serenity. I choose fun. And I think everyone deserves the ability to do that. And I'm not saying that I don't hear the things that's going on in the world. I don't see the things that's going on in the world. It actually breaks my heart. And I actually had to stop watching the news because I felt myself spiraling. Because I feel like I'm an empath, and if it's something that I can't fix and I just feel absolutely hopeless, I can't watch it. And it's not that I'm turning a blind eye to it. There's no way I can turn a blind eye to it. But I have to create that pocket of peace just for me, so I can be able to function, so I can be able to do something for someone. Like, I may not be able to reach across the world to help someone, but I can help my fellow man that's right here. And I'm off my soapbox now. But yeah, I'm taking a new journey, and I'm loving it. And I'm excited about the journey. I hope that you're excited about seeing the journey, because I will share, you my peeps. I'll share with you what I feel is appropriate. I don't share everything, because, that's just, again, protecting my peace, just my little pocket of peace. Some things I just hold dear to my heart. But whatever I do share, know that it's coming from a good place. It's coming from hoping that it will motivate, encourage, give you something for your head, heart, and your spirit. It's not to boast, but I will boast about my God, because he's awesome. But it's not to bring attention to me or anything like that, because I'm a human being too. I have my flaws. I have my falls, my pitfalls, my stumbles, my trip ups. We all do. The only difference between you and I is that I have this microphone. That's it. So as I take this journey, I just pray that you be patient with me. You be kind. because we keep it classy over here. If you got something to say, you don't like what I'm doing, then you don't have to be a part of the journey. I understand. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and everybody's cup of tea is not for me. I'm okay with that. But as long as I have breath in my body, I want to be a light of hope in some kind of way. So that's the update. That's the tea on tea for right now. I'll be back next week with another episode. And we're just going to talk about, I'll give y'all a dating update. You're going to laugh at this, child. Ooh, the shenanigans. The shenanigans have shenaned again, honey. But life is funny. But anyway, ouch. I just did something to my knee. Child, I'm sitting down. How I hurt? See, this is 40. How did I just hurt my knee? And I'm sitting in a chair behind the mic of this podcast. This thing hurt. Like, what did I just do? Oh, Lord. Happy 40s. Happy 40s. Y'all, we in it to win it. We're in this thing together. I love y'all so much. Thank you. And if this is your first time joining, please follow. I don't think it's subscribed now, but not on Apple Podcasts. Follow me on Apple Podcasts. And if you would, leave a 5-star review and tell us why you enjoyed the charging station. If this is your first time, give us a couple episodes or go back and listen to some of the episodes and then tell us what you think. But we're on Spotify. Stitcher is no more. Rest in peace, Stitcher. But all of your podcast listening platforms, please rate, review, subscribe, follow, share. I know that's a lot, but depending on the platform, just do whatever the platform is asking. I greatly appreciate it because your reviews, those things help get the podcast out to more people. And we just got a whole lot of people to reach, y'all. So I'm going to head on out. Y'all know I don't be here long. I'm not going to keep you forever. Because when I run out of stuff to say, it's time to turn the mic off, okay? And also, I'm recording late. So it's almost my bedtime. So the filter is not going to catch in just a few minutes. So I better get off this microphone before I say something that makes absolutely no sense or makes too much dang on sense, okay? But before I go, I just want you to remember that God loves you. I love you. And there ain't nothing you can do about it, boo. Until next time, my friends. Bye.